Good morning, you beautiful people. I just want to share, sorry, dogs. Most people, squirrel, I dog. So I just wanted to share something that, a little realization I had. And the reason why I want to share it is because I just think it's really important to realize how even the smallest things, in my case, someone tailgating you while you're driving, can lead to profound realizations about yourself, about what triggers you. In this case, that was what happened. Where that might come from, and even just starting an awareness of what that trigger is actually, what emotion it's actually triggering. And so what happened was, this is what happened. I was driving, and where I live, I have found people to be, many drivers to be very pushy and aggressive, and it has always been a really big trigger for me, like really big, like outsized, right? And I haven't been able to get a handle on it until this morning. And what it is, well, first of all, let me just explain. So this guy was right behind me, tailgating me, and it just snowed. The roads are not great. And I had someone in front of me who was driving really slow. So there's nothing I could do. And this guy was tailgating me, and then he was honking at me. And I was like, so the gift in it was that it was very clear that this was nothing that I was doing, which is what made me see this for what it was. That I was still really upset by what he was doing. I was obsessively telling a story of what I would say to him if I had the chance. Obsessively. I probably said the same story 5 different ways, the same thing, explaining why he was a jerk and why I was in the right, and how that's not a great way to live. Like, just very, like, what we do is we, blame everybody else, and whether they're right or wrong, and not look at, okay, so if I didn't do anything wrong, why is this bothering me so much? It should just be like, man, that guy's a jerk, whatever, on with your day, right? Well, that's not what happens with me. So I stopped, and I was like, okay, Kara, what's actually happening? And I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine who is a brilliant breathwork facilitator and just a very wise human being. He puts on his YouTube channel a short every morning. I watch it, and I had just finished watching it, so thank you, Zach. It was right on time as usual. And if any of you want to check him out, Zach Rader, Rehder. I'll try to remember to put a link in my description. So he was answering someone's question about not good enough, about not being good enough. And he was talking about, like, when you feel not good enough, instead of trying to explain it and everything else, just feel, okay, what does that feel like? Okay, let's say maybe I'm not good enough. What does that feel like in your body? What does that emotion feel like if you just sit with that? And so I actually did that. And what happened was, it wasn't not good enough in my case, but there was absolutely some emotion there, clearly. And what I did was, I sat with it, and I was like, okay, what is this making me feel? Or is there like a memory that this is reminding me of? And what it was that I was doing something wrong, that I have like a trigger around, like, the popular kids in school and being not accepted. And so what this was that I was doing something wrong, I felt like because they were upset with me that I was doing something wrong and that therefore I wasn't going to be accepted. And I knew that was it, because the minute that I realized it, I started crying. Just this emotion flooded me. Keep in mind, this is about somebody tailgating me. And so then I stayed with it. I'm like, okay, so okay, let's say, thank you, Zach Rader. Maybe I'm not accepted. Maybe I'm not going to be accepted. What does that mean? Like, what does that feel like? And it made me so sad, because I don't know, most of you that know me know that, like, I just love loving people. Like, I want to love everybody, and the more healing work that I do on myself, the more that's the case. The more that I find it safe to love other people and myself. The more I love myself, I love other people. Let's just say that. So what it was if I'm not accepted, then, and I'll probably cry, so then I won't have anybody who will let me love them. That I won't have anybody that will accept my love. And it made me really sad. It made me really, really sad. And I won't go into details, but it definitely harkens back to some childhood stuff around rejection, and but the whole point of this long story, thank you if you're still with me, is like, don't take for granted the triggers, even the littlest ones. And if you have a moment, and you have the ability, and this takes practice, to catch yourself when you're going through, like, why the other person is wrong and why they are the reason for your discomfort and your pain. And yes, I just wiped my boogers on my sleeve. Why someone else is troubling you. Like, can you take a second and stop projecting, and just stop and think, okay, what is this bringing up in me? And let's say that's true, that thing. And then it will lead you deeper into some self-discovery, and that's never bad. And it is also very empowering, because instead of trying to control the actions of others so that you don't feel discomfort, you're actually getting to know yourself better, and working with the only thing you have control over, which is your own emotions and your own reactions to other people. So this is a work in progress. I am very fallible in this way. Like, I catch myself so many times a day, and it's getting easier to catch. But it's a work in progress. That's what life is, right? There's no end point. So I hope you have a second today to just feel into what you're feeling in response to somebody else, or any day, at any moment, and no moment is too small. I love you so, 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 so much. Thank you.